So for this week's topic was information technology. Um, Now I don't think that the internet is like the greatest invention ever created. I think it really revolutionized technology and how we really like have a lot more access to something than we previously would have been able to. I think just looking at it from like ignoring the fact that it's a very established thing at this point. I think just the fact that we were able to connect um like two terminals or two computers just from a longer distance than what would usually be just like, oh, I guess like the top floor can connects the bottom floor across the room or something. I think that's a really incredible thing. I think it really opened up a lot of new avenues for teaching, working, like it's pretty much anything, selling, getting jobs, advertising jobs, connecting with workers. Just a whole bunch of things have been expanded due to the internet. Um, I think that information technology is really important to us. Um, I feel like a lot of things that would have that we have today would have been delayed without the invention of the internet, just because I feel now we have a much broader and more intrinsic way to use the internet or technology. I feel like it allows for a lot of different things to just be like handled more efficiently. I think email really changed the game a lot. I feel like being able to get emails and message people back and forth from like all over the world is really important. Being able to like email your work, email your school, email classmates or whatever, that's really good. I feel like email is especially good because it takes out a lot of the inconvenient factors that would be like placed upon like communicating between people. I mean, obviously not re- obviously sliding past the fact that we don't like use letters and stuff, because obviously that's going to take like days or hours or whatever to get to them, even from just like a short, like even in the same town. I feel um like even just calls, it's a lot better than calls, because with the call you have to you have to make sure you're free. You have to make sure the person you're calling's free. You have to make sure you're in a good place to be able to discuss that. Um, you need to make sure that they have service, that you know their phone number, you know a bunch of stuff, and you have to set a time to like accurately or efficiently get that call across. Um, like that's just really inconvenient. But in email, you can send it, you can sit on it, you can get all the information that you need, and then you can send a message. You can send reports, documents, whatever it may need to be to get that transaction done, like hours or days later, whenever it's convenient to each party. That's just a really good thing. Um, it revolutionized like a lot of subscription services and stuff like that, because if you think about it, it's really like your virtual like, okay, this sounds really dumb now that I'm saying it out loud, but it's like your virtual mailing address, which it is essentially what it is now that I say it out loud. But um, like it allows you to contain a lot of things within one email. Just be able to get that a lot of information. Say you sign up to a website, say you have an employer, um, a lot of stuff like that. Um, I think a lot of good has come from social media networks, and like YouTube especially. I feel like nowadays a lot of people can learn a lot of stuff on YouTube. Um, Over social media, like you can meet a lot of different friends. I know just um, through myself. I've met some people from other countries over the internet, and I've been able to get some friends along the way. Even though we might not see each other, we can still message and we can still interact. And previously, that really wouldn't be able to occur. And I just think it's pretty cool that now we are able to have that sort of thing. Um, I thought that the story, that how they created it from ARPANET, was pretty cool, honestly. I think that was really interesting. I think tying it back to technology transfer, I think it's a really cool thing that it came from UCLA, and that students, or like just the university in general, was able to create something like that would revolutionize the world. That's crazy. And then, it just has completely like changed the game, honestly. Like e-commerce is such a big thing nowadays. You can you can buy, sell, trade, do so many things across the internet. Like, I know it's been super convenient for me. I've ordered a lot of just things like textbooks, clothes. A lot of my furniture came from online that I wouldn't be able to get, like, or wouldn't easily be able to get for the right price, or whatever it may be, model, whatever. That's really convenient. I think electronic banking is really, really cool. Um, that's a really good thing to have now. Now, instead of having to go to an ATM every time you need to check your money, you can just be like, okay, all right, I spent that much money. I got this much money in my paycheck. I can put that much away. I can, I can send money to friends. We can connect a lot easier through stuff like Venmo, Cash App, like PayPal, and all that stuff. It's really helped a lot of different things. Education has really been changed a lot by it. I was really surprised at the fact that we're considered more of an online school. I mean, in retrospect, I can see it, um, but it's really amazing, because like a lot of people previously wouldn't have been able to get educations, like their um like their location, if they're working, if they have kids. um People in those kinds of situations would be limited on their ability to get um an education. But I mean, nowadays it's as simple as just signing up, taking a few online classes, and then over a few years, you can get bachelor's degrees. You can get your master's degree when you're already established at a job. I know a lot of teachers that have done that and have talked about it like in class. I think that's really cool, that it just allows you to get a like a lot more bang for your buck, especially for people in professions who want to carry on their like go forward with their careers. I think that's really cool. Um I kind of thought the intelligent software agent bit was a little bit far-fetched. I know that we have some things that are like that, but I feel like something like that isn't going to come along, at least for a little bit. I know AI is a thing, and maybe like they're going to come out with something that like you can wear on your watch, and it's like just another but better Siri. Um uh but I don't know. Maybe they were just over explaining it, but I think it sounded a little far fetched to me. I feel like it's gonna take a little bit more time for people to like really start giving away their autonomy to um to like technology like that. I think VR is really cool. I think VR is a really cool thing just for leisure, but I mean, just being able to give somebody the opportunity to be like, okay, you're learning your plane, or how to drive a plane. We can put you in this virtual cockpit, and then you can learn how to fly the plane from here. I think that's really good. I think as VR expands, because obviously it's not as like advanced as it could be. I feel like later on, like there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that it helps in a lot of careers, like getting people ready to like just really not get thrown into the thick of it as soon as they're put into like dangerous or like high stress or high skilled situations. Um, they can they can go in VR and they can learn it there and then keep going. Um, I think teleconferencing and telecom telecommuting has really changed the game on a lot of jobs. I know um, in a few jobs that I've worked at, we've had like managers or people come in, uh, like or send us like tips or experts that would call in and help us with certain things. Like when I worked at a grain lab, there were a few times where our manager would be like, okay, just got off the phone from somebody in like Australia or something. And this is what they told me. And, it really allows a lot of jobs to really freelance and get a lot of more utility out of their workers because, you know, it's a big thing that culture and different environments affect like how people view problems, tackle problems, how what their skills are. So now you can be like, okay, so we need to design this building or something, but maybe we haven't like tackled in like terrain or infrastructure like this. We can talk to somebody from the UK, from Russia, from China, from Australia. We can get information that they know. We can get workers from different sections of those those countries or companies. They can relay what they know and tell us what to do, and they can help us maneuver through this. And yeah, I just think information technology is really good. And I mean, shoot, we should be thankful like that we have this information technology today and that we can utilize it, because it would kind of suck if we didn't. But I'm just saying that because we grew up with it. It might have been different, but yeah, in my books, information technology is pretty cool.